Because it's the week of love, I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about self-compassion. I think it is really important that we recognize how much we need to have compassion for ourselves long before we can have compassion for anybody else. In my book, Call for Compassion, I talk about being a compassionate leader. And a core concept within that is that you first need to have compassion for yourself before you can have compassion for other people. And so today, I'll talk a little bit about self-compassion and how important it is to understand what that is. And so first of all, let's just talk about what self-compassion is. So for example, if you had a person on your team who was struggling with something, you would never in a million years just be like, hey, good luck with that, and just whatever, get over it. You wouldn't ever do that, right? You would seek to understand what's going on. You would ask them questions. You would really deeply get into what's happening for them, right? Like what is the challenge? What's going on for them? Same thing for yourself. If you think about like when you're going through a tough time, like maybe you're having a really rough day, like maybe you got into a fight with your boss, or maybe you're just really feeling really crappy about how things are going at work or something like that, or something like you were helping out with something in community and it went awry or whatever it is. Okay, there's lots of things that can just really kind of kick us in the teeth, okay? And so when that happens, you're not going to be like, get over it, whatever. Don't do that to yourself because you're not going to get over it, right? Instead, stop and say, what's going on here? What's really happening? And get honest with yourself. And when you do that, it's a beautiful thing because then you start to see like, oh, okay, now I can understand what's happening. Now I can really truly understand about how I'm feeling that this isn't okay and that I'm going to be dealing with some emotions, all right? So here's the thing. When you are going through an issue, people who have more self-compassion, likely the research really shows that they have more life satisfaction overall. They have more wisdom. They have more happiness. There's somebody who seeks for curiosity and optimism. So that's what I'm saying. Like, put on that hat of curiosity and say, okay, what's going on? Like, why am I really stressed about this? And then that's going to really help you to have some more compassion for yourself. Also, people who have goals for learning or have connections in society, right? And I'm not talking about like fancy pants people who have like 1 million followers on Instagram. I'm talking about true, good, really amazing relationships with people. Like the people who are in those kind of spaces, they have more self-compassion. And it's really because it comes down to that emotional resilience. So all of that in turn helps people to have less of self-criticism, less depression, and less anxiety. It also helps people to not be ruminating on thoughts and going over it again and again and again and again and being like, oh, everything's got to be perfect. Like when you really understand that you're on this growth pattern and that you're growing and developing, that perfectionism starts to go away. It truly does. It makes a huge difference. Another thing that's really beautiful about self-compassion is that when you are practicing self-compassion, you also have more psychological health. And so there's all sorts of studies that show this. And in particular, what it does is it leads to like higher levels of satisfaction. What do you think about that? Like more satisfaction in life. What amazing thing, right? Instead of constantly like racing and jumping over like all the things that is just like so good and trying to go for something better, like having satisfaction, like what a difference that can make for you. It also, when you have more psychological health, it also helps you with happiness and optimism. And so really a lot of it just comes back to that emotional resilience. And then a third thing I want to talk to you about is how self-compassion is actually different from self-esteem. So self-esteem is things that are based on external circumstances. So like you get the atta girl at work, or you get the high fives, or you get the award, or you get the promotion, or you get just the accolades, if you will. Okay, a lot of that is going to drive your self-esteem, but self-compassion is different. It's greater emotional resilience and stability. Okay, so I keep coming back to this emotional resilience thing, all right? Because unlike self-esteem, self-compassion does not rely on the external validation, you guys. It does not rely on achievement. Self-compassion comes back to you understanding yourself. Again, that optimistic curiosity about what's really going on here. And when I'm talking about optimism, like, I'm not like, oh, Pollyanna, things just amazing. In fact, I talk about that a bit in the book. Like, that's not what I'm saying when I'm talking about being positive, okay? But it's very much what is the stuff that I need to do? And like, you're really stopping, just really thinking about what is it that I need to do so I can grow in that emotional self-resilience, okay? And then the fourth thing I want to talk about is that how you can cultivate some self-compassion is making sure that things that you're doing each day help you with your mental health. So for example, do you have a strong gratitude practice? Do you have good exercise, eating healthy? Do you have friends that you're connected with? Do you have something you're looking forward to doing, right? Like for me, at the end of the day, I love going out onto our ranch. I'm out here in the shop. It feels so good to me at the end of a work day to come out here and be like, okay, let me check on the cats. Let me go check the chickens. Do they lay any more eggs and things like that? So I have something to look forward to every single day, even when it's like really just stinking cold outside or really gross hot. Like it's amazing. It gives me something to look forward to. So here's an interesting thing is that a study, forgive me for looking off the side here, I'm just reading about this. There was a study done that showed that with just 20 seconds a day of self-compassionate touch, you can experience reduced stress and anxiety. So you might be like, what's an example of 20 seconds a day of self-touch, right? So that could be like at the end of the day, like how you clean your skin and like self-care stuff. That can be like, there's people who do tapping like this. Do you see how I'm tapping on my chest? Okay, so there's some stuff like that. Or there could just be like a walk or stretching or whatever. 20 seconds a day, you guys, that's just kills me. That little bit can make a difference. 20 seconds. That's kind of a big deal, okay? And so in the end, self-compassion, understand it, see the benefits of practicing it, recognizing how self-compassion is not the same as self-esteem, and then go cultivate self-compassion with some of those things you can do for yourself. So I hope these have been some fun little things for you like this, and share with somebody who you know needs to have a little bit more self-compassion. And I'm gonna go check on the cats. So thanks for coming along with me. You guys go live your brand. I'm gonna see if I can get the video of the cats. Oh, here's Clover. Hi, sweet baby girl. Here's a little sweet Clover. And where's Duke? Duke, where are you? He's our little skittish one. Hi, buddy. Hi, can you say hello to everybody? So have a little love for yourself this Valentine's week, okay? Just do what you need to do for self-compassion, okay? Go do it for yourself.